Blessings falling on me. I got weapons, need no army. Stat like Tetris, you don't know me. Stat my fatty, you don't know me. Okay, hey now, it's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me, you would've thought I would get spray ground. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight miles. Coast to coast, no they ain't in town. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top, I might make a TikTok. Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my net worth. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. Made a wish, now I'm here now. It's for real now. I got everything I wanted and it's jumping like for real now. Out the mud, just an upstate boy now. I'm living like for real now. Ain't nothing, just an action with some muscle. Same fit, 4 days, I just blame it on the hustle. Got these tattoos on my skin, I promise I'm no trouble. I'm from cash inside the duffel, not six the size of Russell. I get fly, you be crutching on designer that ain't fly. In LA, I scoop the cat or something fast for when I slide. Burning rubber, they gon' tax me for the tires, it's alright. On my lonely, I just start up that new iron and I ride. Yeah, this is not a trend. Tattoos on my skin, I'm my daddy's twin. I'm a businessman, just like Jigga said. Pennies to an end. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well.
Hello, guys. Hello. It's been so long since I did a live stream, right? I know. I get tagged all the time. You guys DM me in my Discord. I hear it all the time. I know. Don't worry, the bonnet will be coming back. But before I get into everything, hello. Welcome to my channel. And if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this live stream video, whatever you want to call it. To everybody who's here in real time, thank you. To anyone watching on playbacks, I appreciate you. To my channel members and my patrons, thank you. And I see all the channel members coming in. Thank you, the new ones. And to my mods, I appreciate you so much. Now, maybe one thing that's for sure is people will get mad at my opinion, no matter what. Now, before I get into everything, I just want to remind people, I've said this many times before. Thank you for being a member for 29 months, boo. Let me make sure I could see this chat the way I forget to stream sometimes because it's been that long. But I've said this before. Anyone on this platform can be criticized, including myself. Fighting for Animals, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I wish, but I appreciate you. I'm going to just accept the compliment. Thank you. Anybody can get criticized, including myself. How you react to it is up to you. People mess up. People genuinely mess up. People double down, and people make fools of themselves. Now, for those who are not on Twitter, good for you. But we're going to bring Twitter to YouTube today. Eamon, thank you so much for being a member for 18 months. And Dawn, welcome to the Go Cluster. And to everybody else, welcome. I know I missed a lot of people. Queen, thank you. Thank you. Jojo, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Listen, if this goes well where I don't edit as much, because I did pull up, who was it? Amber and Chantal's stream if I have time, because I have to be off stream at a certain time. So if I do have time, if this works for y'all where it's not as much editing, I could easily do this in the afternoons. It's just the way I edit. It's just, I don't know. You guys know how I am. But so this started on Twitter, y'all. And let's bring this up. Because when I tell y'all there's been many Chantels running around, so get this. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are amazing. Angelica, welcome. Welcome to the Go Cluster. So let me bring this up. All right. So this is a tweet. Hold on. We're going to go over a lot. This is a tweet from Shannon. For those who don't remember or who may not keep up, Shannon is Michelle. Thank you for gifting memberships. Damn, you guys are on one today. Thank you so much. Thank you. For those who don't remember, Chantal had that falling out with her friend Shannon, the one she was friends with for about 20 years. Now, Shannon decided to tweet this not recently. I think it was a couple of days ago. Yeah, on the 3rd. Shannon decided to tweet that. And whether she knew it or not, this is a microaggression. This is racist. And I pointed that out, simply pointed it out on Twitter. And the next morning, I pointed it out yesterday. And the next morning, FFG had something to say. Let's see what FFG had to say. Hold on. Let's see where she wanted to chime in, which she's allowed to have her opinion. She said pointing out someone's hairy isn't mocking their ethnicity. Your shit storing has been lunatic. You're a whole ass clown for implying it is. Very strong and aggressive reaction over my tweet that's still up, by the way. Actually, just to add context, I should have put it up here. But my tweets are still up, so I'll let you know what I said exactly. But again, if anyone can link my Twitter, my tweets are still up, so there's nothing there. So let me tell you exactly what I tweeted when I did tweet at Shannon. I said, just so we're clear, this is actually poking fun at Salah's ethnicity. And I tagged Shannon because, I'm not a pussy like FFG. I tagged her. So I said, is it that hard to drag Salah without being racist? I shouldn't be surprised though. FFG, honey, was mad. She was not happy. She just came in swinging. And I'm just like, well, damn. No one wanted to ask, like, why it was automatically shit stirring. Keep in mind, there have been many people of color, and seeing that we're talking about Salah, there have been quite a few Muslim people who have been voicing a lot when it comes to FFG content and a lot of other people's content. They get ignored, or one of FFG's chinians, they'll sit there and go quote tweet them or go back and forth with them, and that's what ends up happening quite a bit. And I saw that, and originally I was just like, I'm not even gonna tweet about this because this is so annoying. It's getting so repetitive. And then I thought to myself, why would I do that? This is actually something I want to discuss because it's ongoing and it's becoming normalized. So I tweeted about it. FFG wasn't too happy. I don't know if she thought she was talking to Just Saying or Chantal, but baby, I ain't the one. Not even close. Not even close to being the one. So she tweets that, and I'm a clown and a lunatic and all these other things. Keep in mind, there have been a lot of people trying to explain to her this is actually a common stereotype. This is not new. And the fact that so many people came in and like, oh, I grew up hairy, my Italian uncle, my Italian family, my Greek family, no one's discounting if someone made fun of the possible body hair on you or your family. No one's discounting that. That is a known stereotype. That's not a secret. And if you don't know that, at least sit back and say, hey, you're claiming this is racist. How is this racist? I didn't know it was racist. Instead, what they end up doing, Shannon and FFG, is sit there and double down just like their friend. You guys really should all be friends because you mirror each other. That's probably why you can't get along. You mirror each other. And it was just doubling down. And I'm just like, what? Like, you're not even asking? And here's the thing, there were people on Twitter who respectfully disagreed with me. And there was one person I had to thank because they were just so respectful about it. I was just like, damn, thank you. Thank you for disagreeing respectfully. But here we are. Now we're going to continue. And let's be clear, FFG's Islamophobia has been called out for a while. I remember I said something about it. I want to say back in November when I had to address her in general, or it might have been before that. And there have been many accounts pointing that out to her. Keep in mind, FFG, I'll never forget this because I ended up having to go back and forth with her and drag the fuck out of her on Twitter. She was arguing with someone on her birthday, a Muslim woman on her birthday, about her right to be Islamophobic. Okay, so let's continue. So, and I just want to remind you all, FFG is a white woman. The thing that is so common in this corner of YouTube, especially amongst the white women, is the idea that you're going to continue telling people of color what isn't or isn't offensive to them, what isn't or isn't racist to them, what isn't considered a microaggression, what isn't considered a slur, what is unacceptable. You lack accountability and you can't even sit back for a second and be like, oh shit, I fucked up. You can't even do that. Y'all act just like Chantal when it comes to this shit. So, where it got worse, and we'll get there, she tried to defend a racist stereotype. Whether it was intentional or not, it still happened. It still ends up, the impact is still the same. So she tried to defend a racist stereotype. She tried to go to bat for her friend Shannon. And then she turns around and puts a racist stereotype on me. But we'll get that. We'll get to that. So this is people trying to educate her. And for some reason, her being an immigrant from Greece negates the fact that it still was a racist stereotype. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I actually used to watch FFG. I really did. And I used to root for her. I enjoyed her content. I would have sworn, I thought she was born in the States and then moved to Canada or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But either way, no matter where she was born, I don't know what being an immigrant from Greece has to do with the fact that that is offensive. It is being pointed out and people are fighting it and deflecting. And when it comes to FFG and her deflection, ooh, that's what it is, right? She changed up her story because I was just like, I don't recall her being an immigrant from Greece, but I mean, if she is, she is, but I just don't recall that. But the reason that stuck to me is because when FFG is being called out for something or she fucks up in any way, she actually just lies randomly. She throws in random lies, which we'll see today. And it's just like, you didn't have to do that. But okay. Um so she's an immigrant from Greece, and that means something. And this account here, the reason I want to, Courtney, thank you for being a member for 14 months. If I'm missing stuff, I when it comes to the chat, I just want to get through this and then we could talk about it. So this account here is an account that I have been really focusing on, especially after, Chantal converted to Islam and everything. I've really been focusing on them, and they don't know this, and I intentionally don't follow them because I just don't. I don't know. I overthink things, so I've been following for some time, and to tell you how long I've been following their tweets and trying to pay attention to some of the things they've been saying, part of it is to educate myself. Mercy is an account who's been really trying to call out and educate a lot of people on Twitter when it comes to the Islamophobia in the community. And there's been times that she's actually held Twitter spaces. And if for any reason Mercy says this, now you know it was me. It was one time, just to be clear, but she held the spaces to talk about a lot of the Islamophobia that was going on in the community. And I actually listened to it in incognito. And the reason that matters is because at one point someone called out that someone was listening incognito. And I think they thought it was someone else, and it was actually me. I was genuinely just trying to understand all the issues that she was seeing within the community. My lived experience is not her lived experience. There are certain things I've been educated on and I could call out now, but there's so much I don't know. There's a lot I don't know. So I pay attention to her tweets and I sometimes save them. I'm good with screenshotting shit. And sometimes I save them to try to remember these things because there's things she's pointed out I've never even thought about. So I do follow her. Well, I don't technically follow her, but I do follow her tweets. Um, Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, Robin, she went from being Greek to being wait, she's Arab and Egyptian. Wait, who is to being the man in her family to mentioning her father? Oh, thank you, interesting. Oh, okay, Robin. That was interesting. I never knew she changed that up, but I guess here we are. Um, Cam, thank you for being a member for 19 months, Cam. But so I do follow Mercy for that reason. She wasn't aware of that, but I do. I do follow her and I try to see what some of the things that maybe I'm not seeing within the community because I may not see it. Now, when it comes to this here, let's read that together. So she had an issue with what I said. So I quote tweeted her. I quote tweeted FFG and I said what the fuck I said. Necklace beauty. Because, she ain't got no neck. I hope y'all realize she ain't got no neck. But, anyways, this is coming from someone who literally lied and made up a whole scenario about me being anti Semitic, though. Because she did. FFG lied. And the way people forget that or brush it because you don't really want to call out FFG because a lot of y'all bitches is pussy and scared. But she lied about me being anti-Semitic, and I wanted to remind her of that. And then she quote tweets me and she says, "Nah, I stand on what I said. You are. You also just showed us who you think what? Sorry, who you think of middle what you think of Middle Eastern people. Sorry, I'm reading this from distance. Necklace, I may be. I'm happy you acknowledge that. But bedbound and e-begging for a trip to Hawaii because I deserved it for spending all of my time sitting on my welfare leeching fat ass. Never. Fucking pathetic." So let's revisit this Hawaii thing that she likes to bring up. Well, she actually brought it up once, and this talking point, believe it or not, actually comes from for anyone who doesn't remember Tequila Titties. He still like brings me up from time to time. It's cute. I love it. Tequila Titties is Gaining Ground. Back in 2020, Gaining Ground claimed that I ran a GoFundMe scam to go to Hawaii, went and came back bigger. All a lie. The GoFundMe he was talking about was one that was set up for me back in 2016. For those who haven't been around for some time, I've talked about it on my channel. It's still up. I used to be over 400 pounds. I was housebound. My body shut down. I was suicidal. There was a lot going on in my life. I was just not in a good place. And I've talked about it since being on my platform. And during that time, someone reached out to someone close to them who is in Hawaii and they wanted to help me. They set up a GoFundMe. Keep in mind, I'm not on this platform. They set up the GoFundMe. I send it out on my Facebook. My friends or family on my Facebook. If they wanted to donate, cool. We raised close to nothing, if I'm being real. And I was just like, let's just shut it down. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Because honestly, I was just not in the best headspace anyway. So I'm just like, truly what I was thinking is if I die, I die. Like that's how fucked up I was in the head, especially in 2016. So shut it down. Keep in mind, anyone who donated was literally my friends or family. There wasn't much. The biggest donation was from my uncle. Hit them up like, hey, this is not gonna go down. Y'all want y'all money back or whatever. Keep in mind, not that much was raised. They were like, no, because some people donated like $5, $10. They're like, girl, fine, it's fine. So the idea, and here's the thing, if she wants to call me fat and lazy and all that, by all means, that was on me. I ate myself to over 400 pounds. No one's to blame but me. And I've said that on my channel. That is my problem. I did that to myself. No one put that fork to my mouth. I put it to my mouth. I did it to myself. I ignored my health issues. I did all those things. That's on me. Now, the part that got me when she said that I was sitting on my welfare leeching fat ass. Now, the fat ass part, I don't care. Like, I'm literally morbidly obese. That's a fact. I've never been on welfare. I've literally never been on welfare. That's racist. I've never been on welfare, and I've never claimed on this channel that I was on welfare. So when I saw that, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, literally, my first reaction was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't care she was bringing up the Hawaii thing, because people bring that up. They like to bring it up and forget it was like y'all lying. So keep bringing it up, I guess. Like, what do I care? The part that got me was me leeching off of welfare. I'm sorry, what? 1000%. Are you kidding? Why did her mind go there? Well, that's a Chantal talk. Exactly. Well, when she was asked about it, when she was asked about why that was brought up, hold on, let's go back because I want to speak on Yaba as well. When she was asked about why she would bring that up, she said she was on it at the time of e-begging for that trip. That's a lie. I've never been on welfare, and I've never said on my channel I was on welfare. That's a bold-faced lie. It's the facts about the specific situation. Forgive me, but the last thing I believe someone who chooses to let themselves become housebound and on welfare deserves is a free trip to Hawaii. I wasn't on welfare. And I actually talked about it on my channel. I was living off of my savings. And I specifically remember, for those who've been around since 2020, I actually got criticism because I talked about my savings. I got criticism because I talked about how much, pretty much I brought up the fact that the money I made from my job, which was a lot, I ended up saving a lot of it. So thankfully, even though I ate myself to being housebound, I was able to live off of my savings for a while. And I actually got a lot of criticism about that. And I was told that I was flexing and stuff. So on my channel, keep in mind, my videos are not deleted. I've talked about it and I've been criticized about the fact that I said I was living on my savings. I wasn't living on welfare. And what is wrong with being on welfare? That's what it's there for, to help people. To anyone watching who's on welfare, that's nothing against you. If I was on welfare, I would just say I was on welfare. But I wasn't on welfare, and I've never claimed I was on welfare. You pulled that straight out of your ass because, once again, FFG fucks up, deflects, and lies, just like her twin, Chantal. That is crazy. But here we are. And if I call it out, I'm playing the race card, right? April and Mojo, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. She's a very angry person. She's so angry. Exactly. Thank you so much. The thing is, with FFG. Oh, good night. Thank you so much for the super chat. If I'm being real, good night. I don't. Yeah, the welfare comment is 100% racist. Absolutely. And this is another reason why I mentioned. And thank you again for the super chat. This is another reason I mentioned her well, they're pretty much beezers. Her beezers. Because the fact that she couldn't simply say, oh, my bad. Like, she could have simply, and someone commented this, like, you really just could have said her fat ass. Why the welfare? But she couldn't. She couldn't. That's the thing. I've said this before. I don't know if you guys remember back in November, like, everything I said still stands. She struggles to criticize people outside of Chantal. She really does. Actually, a lot of y'all do. A lot of creators this corner of YouTube struggle to criticize people outside of Chantal. Because Chantal's an idiot and she's stupid and she can't actually clap back at these people. And I want to make something so clear to every creator in this corner of YouTube. A lot of you bitches should have been very grateful for my silence. Grateful. There's not one of you I can't fucking dog walk. There's not one of you I can't make valid points on and provide receipts. You throw out conspiracies, you throw out lies, and because a lot of your followers are brain dead, desperate, and just as stupid as you, they listen to you and they believe you. Where me, I have to. The real reason I have to always have receipts is because y'all literally just believe anything that's said. Y'all believe anything that's said, and it's just like, well, now I have to provide this receipt for you to even acknowledge. And a lot of times it's not acknowledged. Like, oh shit, yeah, that was fucked up. That's crazy. And we'll talk about receipts soon because she no tits, not no tits McGee, no tits McGee. Welcome. Exactly. And I want to remind everyone, and thank you, Angelica. I want to remind everyone very early on when it comes to Chantal, I've tried to really show you this chick is racist. I don't know if you guys were waiting for her to drop the N word. I don't know what you guys were waiting for. But what it actually took was slowly but surely, Chantal started to disrespect other marginalized groups. She started to really offend a lot of different groups outside of Black people. And that's when people started to pay attention and, like, oh, you're trash, you're trash. But she's been trash. But that's the problem. She was only trash because it was directed towards me and my group. It wasn't directly directed towards you. It didn't have an impact on you. FFG is the same person who sat on this platform. As much as people like to point out, I throw the race card, there's not one example of me calling out racism where you can debunk it. Like with this, it's being said, oh, well, my uncle has hair. I'm hairy too. The fuck that has to do with anything? It's still a stereotype. It's still something that a lot of people deal with outside of your group. And the reason you probably didn't take offense to it is because it's not an insult being used on you till this day. Arab men, Muslim people, brown people, however you want to categorize it, that is a go to insult. And I know that for a fact. And one of the reasons I know that is for those who don't remember, I've talked about it, but I'll never let you see it. I grow a unibrow. And I have a mustache. When people would point it out, especially when I was younger, it's not like, yeah, I used to be annoyed with it, but the comments that actually used to come along with it, that's why when I was told about it, it wasn't surprising to me. Like, yeah, that's clear because I used to get that comparison. When I used to let my unibrow grow out, I used to have friends that tells me, why don't you shave it? You out here looking like an Indian girl. My unibrow, I'm Black, but my unibrow for them was me looking like an Indian girl. Me growing out my lip hair and not waxing it and shaving it was me looking like an Indian girl. That was the insult to me. So when I was told about it and explained, more and more later on, I already knew because I was getting the insult, but it was insulting them. It's one thing to be like, girl, wax this, whatever, okay. But I was told I was out here trying to look like an Indian girl because at one point I didn't shave my unibrow and I didn't wax my lip. And just so we're really clear, and I know I'm missing a lot and I'm so sorry. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize that. And they double down just like Chantal. They double down just like her. That's why I think Chantal truly, and I've always known, Chantal's easy to criticize. Easy, very easy to criticize. But when that mirror's turned on you and that spotlight is on you, people don't like it. And I get it. Being criticized it's not fun. But if you fuck up and someone's like, hey, this ain't it, just simply say, oh, my bad. I ain't know. Like, tell me, what's the issue? That's all it took. I don't even need him. I'm sorry. Just say, my bad. My bad. Bro, I'll change that up. My bad. Cool. All right. But that's not what she does. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I know I'm missing a lot. Um, KK, thank you. Following the same. I don't know. I'm gonna get on Yaba in a second. Thank you so much for that. Actually, I'm gonna get on Yaba now. So, oh, actually, there was a tweet that it might have been cropped. Under one of her tweets, she also mentioned the fact that I haven't called out Callie, and that ties into this here. So someone did tweet about me calling out Shannon in Yaba's response, and no one has a thing to say about gay creators being called the F slur. K, I guess we deserved it. I really need to understand what is going on with in Yaba's head that she still expects me and any other person to be her attack dog. I have never sat on this platform, especially after the transphobic and fucking homophobic shit that Callie's been saying over these last couple of months. I haven't said a fucking thing. I haven't sat there and tried to stop anyone. Anytime y'all say this and do this, I just hear a weak bitch. Yaba, when I sat there and I knew I was going to try to take Negz down on YouTube, I didn't go to him. I didn't go to her. I didn't go to her and say, "Hey, help me," or "Where you're at, Yaba." Yaba was in a whole ass truce with Negz. I didn't tell her a fucking thing. I worked in silence. I completely worked in silence. And let's not forget, while she's in that truce with Negz, I will never forget this. There was a morning, and that shit hurt to see. There was a morning, because as you guys know, I used to watch Yaba every single morning. I used to watch her every fucking morning. I don't know if you remember the story I told you guys about what is it called? I almost poked out my eye because of the pencil thing. She told a joke. That was a real life story. But anyways, I used to watch her every morning. And there was one day I was watching her, and I'm pretty sure it still was the morning because there's times she has to do afternoon. Next super chatted her. I was talking in the chat. Like sometimes I try to chop it up. And I know there's people in her chat who don't like me, so I try to keep it cool because I'm not trying to fuck with what she got going on. And Next super chatted her. It was this awkward response because I think it took her off guard, and she was like, like, don't start nothing over. Like that was her response to Negs. The Negs that was on the platform threatening so many people, being a complete bigot. That was her response to Negs while being in a truce with Negs. Why the fuck would you ever address your lips to even address me needing to address Negs? I literally play one of the biggest parts in getting him terminated. You were in a truce, and I never gave shit to her for it. Was I annoyed? Sure. Did it suck to see? Absolutely. But I let her have her thing because I'm like, this probably is to protect her family. Because at the time, I believe there was something that he was going after in real life. And I think it had to do with her income, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like, this is to protect her bag. This is to protect her family. Am I annoyed? Yeah, but fuck it. It is what it is, right? So for Yaba to turn around today and FFG, because we'll get to that. We'll definitely get to FFG. Oh, you're not speaking up on. I'm not your personal fucking attack dog. You weak bitches need to figure it out. When I need to drag somebody, I do it on my own. I'm not, where you at over here? Where you at? Where the fuck? If at most, I'm probably like, hey, do you have this receipt? If you need my help to drag someone, your approach needs to be different. Because I don't owe y'all shit. You bitches are strangers on the fucking internet. I didn't come out your pussy and I'm not fucking you. Those are the only two people who could be demanding of me. That shit is weird as fuck. Oh, you're not calling out that. Drag that bitch. I'm so confused. Am I stopping y'all from dragging Callie? Am I stopping y'all from dragging anyone else you want me to call out? I'm so confused. All I hear is I'm a weak bitch and I need Charlie. That's literally all I hear from y'all. But then when I do speak up and you can't debunk what I'm saying, and don't get me wrong, I get why y'all want me to speak up. When I do speak up and you can't say what I said is untrue, it goes to, oh, why are you bringing this up now? Oh, but you can't say I'm lying. Or why is it this? Why is it that? Why are you mad at my video from yesterday? And I'm not referring to Yaba. Why is anyone upset at my video from yesterday? It was an opinion. I brought facts. What's the, and that's how people are like, oh, it's not FFG's fault. I never said it was FFG's fault. I brought up things about FFG that are a fact later on and gave examples, but and I also brought up the fact that she called him a bitch before she went live. Where did I say it was FFG's fault? But here we are. So that happened with Yaba, and she got those opinions, which is, bitch, I'm gonna speak on what the fuck I want to speak on. It's been how many years? Y'all haven't figured that out? I speak on what the fuck I want to speak on. So let's remove that. I hope I didn't miss anything. I feel like I am. It's on me to realize and learn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Allie. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I'll be paying more attention to the chat in a second. I just want to get through these receipts so we could talk. April, I think I welcomed you already. Maybe not, but welcome to the Cool Cluster. I appreciate you. Chicken tenders, yeah. And here's the thing, it got to the point that people were linking pages to FFG. And we're going to talk about that. Thank you so much. So, FFG then is made aware, because I tweeted it, that it's racist. And her response is this: that's news to me. It's the white Quebec whatever stereotype around here. Y'all just make this shit up as you go. What was made up? Instead of taking a moment to be like, hey, what was racist about that? That wasn't my intent. We're making shit up. Okay. So people then started to try to talk to her about the situation. I of course quote tweeted her. Oh, this is important. I quote tweeted her because it's true. She struggles to simply say she was wrong. And for those who don't know, and I understand if you haven't followed, especially this creator, the last time a creator was on a platform saying claiming that I was on welfare was actually Negz. He used to bring up me being on welfare and Section 8 and all type of government assistance that I've never been on. So I thought that was very interesting that the last creator to put their foot in their mouth like that was Negz. And before we get to her response, I want to show you where people on Twitter were actually having to educate her, telling her the root of where welfare queen comes from. And her response is, dude, I'm Canadian. I have no clue what you're talking about. That's exactly why you should shut the fuck up and listen. That's literally why you shut the fuck up and listen. Because if you don't know, you don't double down and respond so fucking aggressively and so fucking loud and wrong. You shut the fuck up. Sit there, massage one of your fucking chins and shut the fuck up and listen. Because you were loud, racist, and fucking wrong. And you sat there and doubled down just like fucking Chantal. Because as this person pointed out here, let's take a look. They just explained it to you. That's what that what you said was racist. Instead of acknowledge it, you're doubling down, and you and Chantal are exactly the same. Remember how Chantal recently has been calling FFG, I believe, a goblin? That's anti-Semitic. It was explained to her, and she doubled down and still kept going. FFG is Chantal Jr. FFG is Chantal Jr. And while y'all sit there and criticize the fuck and drag Chantal, y'all are actually praising her twin sister. And I love to see it because it's fucking pathetic. I'm Canadian. I didn't know. Then shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Let's keep going. So she quote tweets me, right? When I mentioned that, number one, pretty much mentioning the last time I was, talked about when it comes to welfare was by Negz. And this is the thing with FFG. She does like a fight. She likes to go back and forth. That's cool. But I need FFG to remember I'm not just saying, and I'm not Chantal. And I'm not these other bitches that will cower down and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, FFG. No, I'm not that bitch. I will drag you every single time. And I will make valid points every single time with receipts. See, when you called me anti Semitic, I was waiting to understand where. So she made up a whole ass story. Now, she brings up Negz, who is anti Semitic. She's shown it in the past. He's shown he's going to real life. Anyone who knows Negz knows he was one of the biggest problems in this corner of YouTube, which is why I put my neck out there and made sure to get him terminated. So here goes FFG, and she says, "How cute, you finally mentioned Negz 13 months later. And for some bullshit, but you did it. Ironically, before you, Negz was the last person encouraging anti-Semitic microaggressions towards me by his audience." Again, I got Negz terminated. I don't have to keep talking about him if I want to. If I wanted to, I would keep talking about him, but I made sure to go back to what I was doing before, which was ignoring him. So when people bring up Negz in my name, I want to make something very, very, very clear. There's only one creator in this corner of YouTube that can say everything that follows, and that person is me. I've never been friendly with Negz. I play a huge part in getting him terminated. I've never been in any type of fake ass truce with him. I've never reached out or even attempted to go real life on him. I've never been in DMs with him. I've never shared any docs information with him. And I've never even, sent a smoke signal towards Negz. The reason that matters, let me see what this is FFG, I don't know if she has the memory of a goldfish, but FFG used to be in DMs with Negz. And the reason this matters is because when people speak about me and what I'm not speaking on, remember, y'all should be fucking grateful for my silence. I want to repeat that so y'all fully understand. My silence is grace to a lot of you dumb bitches. You should be more appreciative of me being silent. I don't know why y'all sit here and come at me, which here's the thing, I could be criticized. But I told you, don't miss and don't lie. There's three sides to a story: your side, my side, and receipts. I don't play when it comes to fucking receipts. So if me not continuing to speak on Negz after I got him terminated makes me a horrible person, what does it make FFG, the person who actually was sharing docs information with him? And keep in mind, FFG has known, because she started off her channel dragging the fuck out of Negz, Peanut, Gaining Ground, all of them. She's known exactly who he is. And she still ended up in DMs with him. To forgive someone or to make peace or whatever, I can't accept apology, or not accept an apology. That's not for me. If they wanted to make peace or whatever, squash it, hey, it is what it is. But to not only do that, end up in DMs and start sharing docs information and pointing out that those people are Jewish, he goes real life. He's anti-Semitic. Why would you hand that information to Negz and point out that these people are Jewish? That is wild. It's almost as if you wanted him to do something with that information. Just to give a little backstory why, at least when I was following it, why she ended up in his DMs. She used to have a close friend named Froggy, like an online friend. They used to like drag people together. And they had a falling out, FFG and Froggy claimed that FFG was running this disgusting account. And that account it had to do with something personal to Negz. And it was really a disgusting account. And FFG was, no, actually, I think Froggy pointed the finger at FFG first, and FFG was pretty much calling her a liar. So FFG decided to DM him to explain to him, absolutely not. It's one thing to want to talk privately with someone and say, absolutely not. It's another thing to then start giving that person's information that you're mad at, their family's information to him. That's weird. Let's go over some of that. So in this first screenshot here, and of course I have dates and everything. In this first screenshot here, I'm gonna look at it on my phone. Pretty much, she's talking about someone being a fucking snake. The irony of her saying that. She's talking about someone being a snake. but that's not like the most important screenshot. Then she goes on to ask him when his next stream is because she wanted to become a member. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, she was planning to fund Negz, the person that she knows is a known bigot, to spite her friend. To spite her friend that possibly lied on her. She wanted to spite her by becoming a member on Neg's channel back when he was on YouTube. So yeah, let's keep looking at these receipts. So she wanted to become a member to piss her off. And this is her like, I don't know if she, I don't know why she just kept going and going and didn't wait for a response, but pretty much she was waiting for her to show her face and all these things. And you'll see these screenshots on Twitter, by the way. I tweeted them maybe less than an hour ago. So she was so excited to become a member on Negz's channel to spite her friend, but me no longer speaking on Negz is such an issue. Let's not forget, FFG is also a person who's going around spreading the lie that I was working in cahoots with DC and Negz. It sounds like projection to me. Because what you were doing in those DMs was trying to get a reaction out of your friend who upset you, and you were going to join Neg's membership while he's live to get a reaction out of your friend. That's projection. I have never worked privately or in cahoots with Negz or DC. I made it clear the last conversation I had with DC was back in March of last year. But y'all kept running with that lie, and I just let it keep going because I'm just like, I'm just sitting here. You ever hear a crazy ass lie and you just sit there like, and then you realize people are believing it, and it's just like, you're not gonna ask for like a receipt or something? Nothing? Not a damn thing? Okay. To control what's racism. Exactly. Exactly. That's the problem with FFG. She doesn't like to be criticized by anyone. And you got to remember, in her mind, her ego is huge. I said this before, her ego is as huge as her fucking chins. To be even remotely held accountable, hell no. Hell no. To even utter the words I was wrong, absolutely not. So let's continue here. Let's continue. Where's is this it here? Okay. So what you're looking at here, and I obviously it's blurred out. I'm not about to share someone's docs. I have the original, but we're not gonna do that. What's blurred out here is actually family information. Her step, if you could read along, actually, let me put this on. And this is Froggy's family's information she's sending to Negz. Her stepfather is blank. Her brother and sister are blank. She's the only blank. And Negz asked if she's adopted. And the reason Negz asked if she was adopted is because FFG had to make sure he knew she was Jewish. Her family's Jewish. And Froggy's family is Jewish. I don't remember the history of Froggy's family, but whatever. If Froggy wants to explain that, that's on Froggy. But yeah. Oh, babe, you know I'm not about to sit there and share somebody's docs. Nah. So FFG, and as you saw the dates, and it is FFG, by the way. And for anyone who's wondering, FFG actually shared this herself. But this is what I want you to pay attention to when it comes to FFG, and a lot of people didn't catch on. You guys, a lot of people are easily manipulated, especially if you don't sit back and pause and pay attention. When she first shared these screenshots, it was actually a video clip, a sliding clip that she had on her channel, because it was around the time she wanted to address Negz. And I'm paraphrasing, but if anyone was in that stream, you know what I'm talking about. She was just like, oh, I'm going to put this up there. You can screenshot if you want. You can whatever. She let the slide keep going. And she just started talking because she knows her audience is there to listen to her speak. A lot of people aren't going to take the time to pause and screenshot what is actually on the screen. So what y'all didn't realize, she was intentionally making sure that you're not noticing she was actually sending someone's docs information to Negz. She explained it like, oh, I just wanted to explain myself and let them know I would never do some shit like this. Fair. But what you didn't tell your audience is you were also sharing Doc's information. You were also telling him and being so giddy and fangirling at one point that you were going to join his membership to piss off Froggy. Yeah, if I was doing that, I guess I wouldn't pause either. So when FFG shares something, especially when it's quickly, take the time to stop and screen record. Take the time to stop and take a screenshot. Because if people like myself didn't pause it and take a screenshot, you would never know that FFG, the one who has the nerve to expect me to keep calling out Negz, was in his DMs, sharing Doc's information and making sure he knew that they were Jewish. So if you believe this man is as dangerous as you claim, he goes real life. I heard FFG cry on the platform about the fear that she had to even walk one of her dogs. I remember that. He's dangerous. He's anti Semitic, but you DM'd him someone's information and made sure for him to know that they were Jewish. What does that make FFG? And you know what's crazy? I was one of the loudest when it comes to Chantal and Natter. When Chantal gave Natter someone dangerous, FFG's information, that was so fucked. She knew how dangerous he was. His rap sheet tells you how dangerous he is. But she chose to still give Natter her number. And here's FFG giving another man that she said herself is dangerous someone's family's information. So is Chantal the only person that could be dragged for some shit like that? I'm confused. Is Chantal the only person who could be dragged for doubling down on racism? And now it's, oh, well, I'm in Canada. Well, no shit. That's why you should have shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah, y'all hear the ice cream truck? Now I want one. But Chris, welcome to the Gold Cluster, boo. Thank you. So, yes, just so we're aware, um, that's some of what happened with FFG. Now, to add this in here, a viewer of FFG's actually told her, one second, guys. Okay, so a viewer of FFG let her know, yes, the welfare mark is racist. At least it is here in the States. It's a stereotype used towards POC. And I just want to correct something. It's also a stereotype that's specifically towards Black women, just so we're clear. I really enjoyed you and appreciate what you've done for BBJ, but I can't support the welfare remark. Please, are you, people are telling you it's racist, apologize. And they go on to mention more about welfare and how welfare shouldn't be used as an insult. And she goes on to say, give me one second because I have to look at my phone to make sure I read it right. The way I used it, the way I used, whatever, the way I used it was to make a point. Someone on Social Security prioritizing scamming a free trip to Hawaii as if they needed a vacation was the point you seem to be purposely ignoring. And this is the thing with FFG when she doubles down and she wants to argue. Not only are you still lying, because I was never on any Social Security or state anything. If I was, that's my business. But I wasn't. I have never been on welfare. So someone on welfare shouldn't be prioritizing a vacation. I hope y'all heard that. To anyone who's on welfare, to anyone who's getting any sort of state assistance that is literally there to help you, I hope y'all sitting your asses at home and not going anywhere. Don't leave the state. Bitch, just make sure you're on Indeed.com. Because French Ragger is letting you know if you are on any type of state assistance. See, that's the problem. I say don't miss and don't lie. And here you are missing and lying. Because not only did you miss and insult other people, because you didn't insult me because I was not on welfare, you're saying people on welfare can't take vacation? Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. The problem with FFG, and now I could really pay attention to the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. The problem with FFG is she truly is becoming Chantal. You got to remember when Chantal really started making money in those super chats? Ooh, her elitist side came out. Her ego was full force. FFG was the same person who said this here. FFG was the same person who said back in 2022, born poor, will probably die poor, proud to be poor. We know how to work hard. Fuck you and all your hand hag money bags, whatever. Anyways, that had to do with DC. FFG and a lot of people felt DC's remark about the handbags and the giveaways was elitist, and I understood where people was coming from. I also, well, at the time, I was still friends with DC, so I understood where she was coming from because we talked about it. But that was her response. FFG, your ego's getting ahead of you, sweetheart. Your ego's getting ahead of you. Because the same people super chatting you, some of them may be on welfare. Some of them may be getting assistance in some way. I'm confident there's at least one person in this stream who is watching me currently who gets assistance in some way. That's nothing to be ashamed of. What you should have stayed on is the things I should have been ashamed of, like being lazy, like not trying to get out of the situation that I was in. I kept eating until I was housebound. Calling me fat and lazy, 100% facts. But when she brought up welfare, she started to show her ass. And when it was pointed out, she decided to double down like her queen Chantal. Chantal set the blueprint for FFG and she's following it. Now, what I find funny, what I find hilarious is I think someone said something like, why is she inserting herself, or why does she, referring to me, like, why do I have something to say? FFG, I want to repeat, FFG's response was, I am trying to stay relevant by talking about her. FFG's whose whole channel survives off of if Chantal is still breathing, said, I am talking about her and coming at her to stay relevant. FFG, who can't stop inserting herself in some way in Chantal's life, said, I am criticizing her to stay relevant in some way. What is in the weed in Canada? I need to know. It's in Canada. I to my fellow Canadians who are here, I'm sorry. Something's going on up there. There is no way that bitch lacked that much self-awareness to tweet that out. There's no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that she would lack that much self. I saw that. I said, I know you fucking lying. I know you're lying. There's no way. This bitch literally has had to write herself into the Chantal storyline so much to make sure you guys run to her. Why do you think she does that? She has to be the hero. So of course she has to go see Shannon while Shannon's going through some things and getting help and posting it. I don't give a fuck if when you help people, you don't have to post it. And her thing is, Shannon said to post it. Well, Shannon's stupid. If you're there to get help for what you're going through, one of the last things you should be worried about is dunking on your old friend who shitted on you when you were on the platform, dunking on your old friend who sat there and outed you for doing fucking drugs at your kid's graduation. For those who don't know, Callie recently, I think it was in the last month, publicly on Twitter talked about the fact that I've actually gotten outside help and I never made it public. And she, for some reason, she quoted it like, she worded it like, oh, she was covering for me. I never asked you to cover for me. I just didn't upload. People didn't know what I was doing. So I actually was getting, as you guys know, I have issues with disordered eating. I haven't talked about it in full, but I did go get help and I was not on the platform. I wasn't around. The last thing I'd be worried about is sitting there posting a picture while getting help to dunk on like Amber or Chantal. That was private. I kept it private. So you're getting help and you want to dunk on Chantal? And that's why I think Shannon and FFG's chemistry is so beautiful because they're so similar. FFG has to be the hero. That's why she has to always dunk on Chantal with something. Like when she did the thing with BBJ, I stand on this. She did her big one. She did her big one with that one, especially with the way Chantal was running her mouth talking about FFG's dogs and all. When I saw her pull that off, I said, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was so mad at Chantal because I was sitting in my room applauding fucking FFG. Leave it to Chantal to have me applaud FFG. I was pissed. I was like, this was so good. She trolled the fuck out of you. Oh my God. That shit was good, bitch. Now, what followed? I was just like, God damn, that's why I can't root for this bitch. So, just so we're clear, and you heard it here first, what happened with BBJ, rescuing BBJ? The BBJ rescue to FFG will be with the 89 LBs are to Amber. You will always hear about it for years to come. Always. That's never going to die. She did her big one. She had to make it public. And for those saying, oh, it's for the money, I think you guys forget, I've said this before, multiple things can be right at once. She did her big one and definitely helped BBJ, because at this point, I think almost anybody's better than Chantal. But yes, of course it was for the money. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have made it public. Of course it was for the money. Are you kidding? The bitch held a whole, she shopped for BBJ's collar on stream. She shopped for a cat to get a Gucci collar for a cat. Of course it was for money. But I'm not going to take away the fact that, like, at least she got BBJ. But yes, it was for money. Yes, it was for content. Are you crazy? That is her 89 LBs, bitch. She is never letting that go. That will always be content in some way. And for those saying, well, we were the ones asking for updates. Did something happen to Instagram and I forgot about it? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Instagram is a thing. For those who may not know, I'm hoping you all know, Instagram is a social media platform. You can create it, it's free of charge. You can upload pictures, you can upload videos, you can create stories, you can do so many things, and you can engage with people. I know, sounds crazy. You can just create an Instagram account for BBJ. Hey guys, this is the Instagram account over here. If you want updates and all that, it's right over there. My sister-in-law, the way that bitch just gets caught in lie after lie. Anyways, my sister-in-law is gonna upload videos and pictures of BBJ. Just head over there. That's the account to follow. Y'all can't get updates like that? Oh wait, super chats don't come through like that though. This is sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is sometimes I have to give it to her. And I think I said it in my video yesterday. Sometimes it's impressive to see how easily FFG plays people. It's impressive. I ain't gonna lie. It should be studied, but low key, it's impressive. I'm like, no one's putting this together. Damn, y'all get played like that? Kudos to you, bitch. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Because, oh my God, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'm offended and I'm putting Matthew, don't you dare put pineapples. Do not get me started. Actually, Bay brought this up yesterday. So now I'm starting to think, you guys playing this shit? Do not put pineapples on fucking pizza. It is horrible. I love you. I love you. I love you. But cut this bullshit out. Y'all need to stop putting pineapples on pizza. It should be illegal. It really should be illegal. It is wrong. Pineapple does not no. Okay, let's discuss this. Let's discuss this. Let's keep it real. I want to remind y'all, FFG suddenly had a boyfriend when Chantal was trying to take a dig at her for possibly not having a partner. As if having a partner somehow makes you better. If you believe FFG has a partner, put one in the chat. If you believe FFG doesn't have a partner, put a 2 in the chat. I need to see this. I need to see who I'm dealing with. I really do. I really do. I really, really do. Really need to figure out who I'm dealing with. I found my people. I found my people. Cause the way y'all believe that shit, the way y'all, I've heard she works full time. She has a partner, and she does YouTube. And I think she stepped away from full time, and I think she's like part time or something. If I'm remembering correctly, and she's in school. You're telling me a bitch who streams multiple times girl, where you work? Put me on. That's the true tea. If you work outside of this and you stream that, put me on. Put me on. This is me being kind. Put me on. Matter of fact, don't even put me on. Put some Canadians on. Because that means you can stream, speak, pay attention to a chat, and be working. Girl, put us on. That sounds like the dream job. Are you crazy? Do you need a degree? Like, what is it? Put me on. I want to do it. I really want to do I want to do that too. Thank you, mutated clap. I know mutated clap probably gonna drag me after this. I really need to stop bringing in Canadians. Thank you, boo. Put me onto game, cause listen, I need money. I do. Put me on. I want to make money that easy. I want to be able, cause truth be told, y'all be like, where are you, Charlie? Why can't you? I work. I work. But apparently, FFG works a job where she could stream multiple times a day for hours a day, works, has a partner, which I don't believe for a second. I don't. I think she said that to get one up on Chantal when really you don't have to do that. Wasn't she like on Valentine's Day? Y'all believe what y'all want. Believer, baby, believer. Believer. Um, oh, you had a Big Mac pizza the other day. First of all, thank you for being a member for 16 months. And that sounds so fucking good. See, Big Mac pizza, that's what I'm talking about. And here's the thing, she ain't gotta have a job. She makes a lot of money. That's the thing. She makes a lot of money. She does her thing. Granted, I ain't about to stream for hours a day to get that, but she makes money. It just the thing with FFG, sometimes to clap back at people, she just tells the dumbest lies. Like, I'm on welfare. Not only was that a lie, or I was on welfare, because she was saying I was on welfare. Not only was that a lie, now that's also racist, you dumb bitch. That's the problem. Some of y'all stare at Chantal for too long. I've been saying this. Don't stare at the train wrecks for too long. You might start to become them, and then look at you. That's fucking sad. You out here doubling down and making excuses like Chantal. And then forgetting that bitch, you ugly as fuck. Let me tell you something. I told y'all, pick out struggles. Not only is the bitch paranoid, she's a liar, she's ugly as fuck, racist, and then got the fucking and can't drag for shit. I understand why you need your little chinions. And moving forward, just so we're clear, the girl gang is chinions. Actually, maybe not all the girl gang. Let me not brush a broad stroke. But for the ones who go hard for her and are so wrong, those are chinions. Okay? Those are chinions. And I could just imagine, like, you know how they carry like royalty around? I could just imagine like a few of them carrying her chins around, and then the other set carrying the belly, and then like one person carrying her legs, because honestly her legs are as thin as like toothpicks. That's the thing, she's shaped like a double whopper, and then like has toothpicks for legs. That's why sometimes when she be going, I'd be like, oh girl, you are so lucky Chantal can't breathe you down. Bitch, you are bad bodied and extremely ugly. I'll be fucking damn. But I do enjoy seeing them go back and forth sometimes, because it's just like, you know, bigot, dragging like ugly bullfrog. It's just like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, this sibling rivalry just keeps going and going and going and just going, and it's just like, mm-mm. And this is the thing, you gotta work on your emotions. FFG is a very angry person. And as you've seen in my thumbnail, literally a screenshot from the live stream she did with Shannon last month. Bitch, you are aging poorly. FFG has aged about 15 years and she's only been on the platform for maybe two. You've aged about 15 years and your weight does go to your chins. Don't get me wrong. Have I gained weight on this platform? Absolutely. But thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father God that is in heaven. He knows my mouth is too reckless to be out here looking like FFG. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. Your weight goes to your chins. It's to the point you have gained so much weight that your chins actually match the jiggling fupa that Chantal has. It is really concerned. I'm like, bitch, you get. Oh, when I saw the screen, here's the thing, true tea on God. When someone first slid me that screenshot of FFG being on Shannon's stream, I thought it was photoshopped. I was like, y'all ain't gotta do all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she already looked bad enough. You ain't gotta like stretch her face out and shit and add chins. And the person was like, I didn't Photoshop this. I'm like, it's clearly Photoshopped. Like, I'm not stupid. And that's the thing. I could be loud and wrong too. I was with my whole chest telling this person that they Photoshopped this with my whole chest. I'm like, come on. It's Photoshopped. You can tell it's Photoshopped. She go to the stream. I go to the stream. When I tell you I almost dropped my fucking phone, I said, oh my God, is that what hate does to you? Oh shit, what happened? No wonder she stays off screen. Oh, listen, Michelle, I don't know. I thought, Photoshop is a thing. And actually, with all this AI going on, bitch, FFG, you should next time just say it's AI. Next time you show yourself on screen and the screenshots are going wrong, bitch, just say it's AI. Because at this point, with AI, it's all over. When I saw that, I said, oh my God. Like, when you want to laugh, but you also feel so bad. I felt so, I said, oh my God, she's even uglier. How is that possible? She was already hideous. Now she's ugly. Girl, stop buying Gucci and get a chin tuck. Stop buying Gucci and get Kybella. What are you doing? You got your bag. Get a chin tuck. Something. Come on. Step into your season 10 realness. Like you get a bag. FFG gets a bag. I can't even knock that. Am I able to put that many hours in? Absolutely not. But she gets a bag. You can't put bitch, let me tell you, by the end of this year, I'm gonna have my appointment to get my teeth done. At the end of the year, I will have my appointment to get my teeth done. There's some changes coming in my personal life that I will not be sharing them, and I'm very, 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 very grateful for. It's a long time coming, but I'll get my teeth done. I'll at least have my appointment. And if you're okay with all your chins, by all means, wear them proudly, jiggle them proudly, whatever you gotta do. But like, she be getting mad when people point it out. So obviously, there's some bitch. You couldn't get a chin tuck. Just don't go to the doctor Maybay went to. Look at me giving her good advice, and y'all swear I'm evil. Don't go to the doctor Maybay went to because I don't know what happened with that. Her chin tuck failed. Um. Oh no. When I say wait, are you talking about FFG? Sorry, maybe I'm. No, if I say bad bodied, she's a BBW body. Oh shit, I'm idiot. I should have read that. Not body built wrong. Yeah, I told y'all she's shaped like a double whopper. She built like one. I'd be so mad. Thank you. I should learn to read these before putting it on screen. Thank you, Jordan. I'm not gone. I'm here. Sorry. All over the place. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, Matt. I appreciate y'all being here. When I jump scare, I'm not kidding y'all. Listen, if I don't like somebody, I'll give them their tens. I will give them 10. I still get dragged to this day because I refuse to call Chantal ugly. I don't think she's ugly. But when I saw FFG, who, why the fuck would you come on? And that's how you know. That's how you know Shannon ain't no real friend. You saw that in real time, knowing this corner of YouTube, and you let your friend come on camera looking like that? Dusty ass ponytail, still dry as fuck. She damn near look gray. And she aged so she looks older than Chantal. That ain't your friend. Take notes. Shannon is no one's friend. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Thank you, Badussi. I lift weight, wimpy girl. Thank you. The way I was supposed to go over this, and I'm not gonna probably have time. We just gonna have to kick it for today. I'm sorry, guys. I literally uploaded the video so we could go over, but I have to be off stream in the next 20 minutes. Cause it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh my god. Why would I have to stand up, Ash? Why would I have to stand up? You know what's so funny? You know what I love? Ash, stay comfortable. No one time these people out, by the way. I don't care. Um, Ash, you know what's so funny when people are like, you don't stand up, you're just a floating head. Bitch, at least you get that. And I could afford to be a floating head, bitch. I got a good face card. I know some of your faves can't say that. Because not only are they huge, they are ugly. I will say this though. I've always stood by this. It's still fuck her, but I've always stood by this. Yaba's a pretty girl. I've always stood by that. I'll never say Yaba's ugly because she's a pretty girl. But FFG, but at least Yaba has that. FFG, she just be loud. Oh shit. That's literally my alarm. I forgot that I was gonna stream. That's my alarm to do what I need to do in 30 minutes. But um that part. People be like, stand up or you're a floating head. At least you get that, baby. At least I give you good eyeshadow. I give you good lashes. I give you, I still give you gap teeth and stuff, but I give you good lips. I give you moisture. I give you shoulders. Sometimes I give you bob. Don't, by the way, the bonnet's coming back. This is like temporary. Cause, but I give you that. At least you get that. Y'all some unappreciative bitches, not you. Like the Ash girl. You unappreciative as fuck. Bitch, I look good and I be gracing you with my presence. The fuck? Oh yeah, and I give you neck. And at least I only give you two chins, bitch. The fuck? Oh my god. Y'all y'all be trying to drag me and low key you dragging your faves. Don't do that. Don't do that. I give you two chins, okay? I give you moisture. And y'all can't tell, but I smell good too. FFG also look like she stink. Jesus. Big Mac, thank you. Thank you so much. Now I really want a Big Mac. Thank you. I have a neck, yeah. That's why I call her Necklace Beauty, because that bitch neck was missing on that stream with Shannon. I said, oh my, and that's the thing. Like, they're, believe it or not, Chantal and FFG are just two of the easiest drags. Like, you can dog walk the fuck out of them. And the thing with FFG, what she likes to do is like throw like words out, you fucking clown, you fucking asshole, because she can't drag. What FFG knows how to do is actually be loud and curse. That's what she knows how to do. I could do it all. I could dog walk you. I could drag you. I could curse too and make a valid point. You know what I'm saying? Or be constructive. Sometimes I try. But oh wait, I missed someone's hold on. I missed TC's super chat. Sorry, TC, I see it here. Listen to you is like a breath of fresh air. As an indigenous person in Canada, I'm so sick of racist saying crap and then trying to gaslight saying it's not. Thank you for standing us up to bigots. No problem, TC. Thank you, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Here's the thing. I don't like, actually, I don't like both of them, but it's clear FFG weighs less than Chantal. FFG absolutely weighs less than Chantal. I don't like the bitch, and she's definitely gained a lot. Oof, bitch. But she weighs less than Chantal. Have you seen that bitch? Chantal was on the where was Chantal? When she was laying down to eat the food, and there was another time that I forgot. Now I forgot. I'd have to go back into my receipts. Thank you, Mercury. I appreciate you. Ooh, let's get some love in the chat for Mercury. Yes, season 10 greatness come through. I know that's right. Oh, I love that for you. And congrats. Congrats. Sounds like great things ahead, baby. Yeah, no, she looked like she stank. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She looked like she stank. She do. Not as bad as Chantal, because Chantal, you could tell. But she do. Mm-mm. It's just Lord Farquaad. You, oh my God. I remember when FFG tried to call me Lord Farquaad. Like, she probably thought she ate with that, like, Lord Farquaad. Sometimes I feel bad for her. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's just like, damn, maybe I should just leave it alone. Maybe I should just leave it alone. Uh, but yeah, here we are. Here we are. I just be feeling bad for the ugly bitch. And that's the thing. If y'all really supported her, for any, Chinyans, Fry Gang people who may be watching, if y'all care for her, why don't y'all hit her up? Why don't y'all make sure she's drinking water? Why don't y'all make sure she moisturize and do some skincare? A hair mask, calorie count, something. That bitch can't afford to gain 5 pounds. Her features are very unfortunate. And where the weight is placed is very unfortunate for her. Don't y'all want to smile and laugh with FFG, see her face? I remember I saw people saying that about the thing she did with Shannon live stream. People enjoyed being able to see her reaction and her facial expressions. Bitch, if y'all don't look out for her and just, you know, hey baby, drink this many ounces of water. Hey, do a sculpting, something. Something. Please. Please. Y'all don't care about her? I literally have made friends in this corner of YouTube that will hit me up if they notice I don't work out. Say if I go too long, like, hey, you ain't supposed to work out for a while. And I might actually go back to posting my workouts in my Discord now that I think about it. Hey, you ain't doing it. You good? What's up? Or I've had people hit me up like, ooh, girl, you should have fixed your hair during that stream. Or, ooh, girl, this, you could have did this better. Like, looking out for me, not like, trying to drag me, but they care. People can criticize you and say, hey, fix this because they care. That's a thing. Y'all don't care about her. She look ill, and she still look angry. And that's the thing. If you love French Fry Girl, you need to accept the fact that she needs to pick certain struggles. She's angry. She's ugly. She's Islamophobic, doubling down on racism, and lonely. Look out for your friend. Well, y'all ain't friends. That's part of the problem. Y'all think y'all friends, but um, offer a hair mask, something. Y'all don't. I've had people offer me help, which is very sweet. Literally, Mrs. Girl is the reason why you guys may actually get makeup content. Literally the reason. Oh my goodness, it's so weird. That's not the real Amber, of course not. Because I would hate to have to dog walk you too. I was actually semi nice in the video that you're dropping later. These people know how to go for your race because you you take what you condition. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Chicken. Thank you for being a member for 19 months. And that's the thing. FFG can't take shit. It's just like, girl, you be out here struggling. Well, it is a super chat, so I'll still put it on screen. It's not like it was that bad. But thank you, fake Amber. I appreciate you, Bill. I appreciate you, love. And you sent a little heart like Amber does. Over here starting mess. Don't do that. Don't get Amber dragged. Thank you, Bay. I had a feeling it was her. And I think, love, I want to address this. I really want to address this. And then I have to go in the next, probably by 6:10 the latest. I want to address this. I fuck with y'all so heavy, and I just want to thank y'all for real. The community that built around me, the people that still fuck with me. Like, y'all know I fucked up. I've done dumb shit on this platform. And the fact that I still have the respect that I do, the support that I do from y'all means more than you will ever know. And that's why I keep repeating, you'd be surprised how forgiving people are. But if you're going to sit there and double down and lie and deflect, like that's where people start to get aggravated. Like, I know people still bring up the fact that, like, I never waited and deleted my channel. That should be criticized. It is what it is. I had to take that. I did it to myself. I got ahead of myself and fucked up. But I'm at peace with that. So that's why when people bring that up, it's like, go ahead, bring that up. That means you ain't got nothing else? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Bring it up. Bring it up. We got people beating up elderly and shit. Bring that up, please. And I said this a few months ago. I will forever be grateful that I am known as the creator who didn't weigh in and didn't stick to their word to delete their channel. Not that I'm proud I fucked up. I won't make that mistake again. But baby, the shit that some of these creators have done in this corner of YouTube, baby, I'll take it. That's me, y'all. I'm Charlie Gold. I didn't delete my channel. I was a complete hypocrite. Had to own it. Had to take those licks. Had to take the criticism. Although a lot of people try to tie in racism with the criticism, but that was me, y'all. No, I ain't steal no credit cards. That was another creator. No, I wasn't arrested for stealing. That was another creator. No, I ain't beat up nobody elderly. That was somebody else. No, I wasn't running a racist stock account. That's somebody else. And no, I'm not sitting here hiding in cars trying to troll Chantal out of it. That's somebody else. Hell no, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. No, I didn't try to capitalize off of somebody's rape. Other people. That's me, y'all. Proudly, proudly the one who didn't delete their channel and still fat as fuck. Because the shit I've seen go down in this corner of YouTube that y'all try to like scoot around or wish I don't speak about. And that's the thing. Y'all should be grateful when I'm silent. I've said this. I said this earlier. Instead of applauding when I'm silent, y'all get mad because y'all know I'm going to drop receipts. You know I'm going to connect dots. You know I'm going to bring some valid talking points. So why don't you let me sit in silence and stop trying to dictate who I talk about or what I talk about? Because you might fuck around and I start talking about you. Then what? FFG wanted me to talk about Negz so bad. Now I got to sit here and remind people, hey, by the way, she was literally sharing docs information from Negz. Look, now I'm talking about you both, FFG. I'm talking about Negz and you. And the information you sent this dangerous man that you cried on your fucking platform for. That's y'all sit there, you're not talking about this, you're not talking about that. Well, I might fuck around and talk about you. So maybe shut the fuck up. Y'all bitches don't learn. Y'all bitches don't learn. And it's starting to get more and more fun. Her old creepy stick to let's be real. That's the thing. She got a bag. You would think, let me tell you, imagine if she got like a nice like trim, if she got like layers or a nice balayage or just a fucking skin mask. Bitch, you need some type of skincare. You need skincare. Go down to Sephora because I know y'all got that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Go down to Sephora and spend you a fucking bag. Let them know or let them test because I feel like your dingy ass may not even know this, but figure out what your skin type is. Go down to Sephora and get you some nice. Treat yourself. That's self care. Treat yourself. Get you a few masks. You know, get you. They'll tell you. Though the professionals, because my skin type and your skin type may not be the same. But get you something. Take care of your skin. Take care of your hair. And I get it. Your nails grow long, but it still looks like you stink. So get some water. Drink it. All that. Anyways, love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, I try. I really try my best. I try my best. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, she blocks as much as Chantal. She'll sit there and scream at someone in her chat that she doesn't like and then block them. And it's Chantal Jr. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you guys. That's the thing. You can multitask. She can multitask. Thank you for the super chat, boo. She can multitask and just make sure she takes care of her skincare. Like I'm gonna do my skincare at the end of tonight, but like that bitch just to be miserable, paranoid, ugly, and crusty. Like again, choose. You don't want to pick a struggle. You just want to be all those things. It's weird, but yeah. That's no shock. She blocks a lot of people. She blocks a lot of people. I'm telling you, she takes after Chantal. Chantal laid down the blueprint. Chantal laid down the blueprint. So, but guys, it is about to be 6. I should probably head off. I didn't go over the videos that I originally wanted to. I might do that in the next couple of days, as long as this time works for y'all. Which it seems like it did. A lot of y'all showed up, so maybe this time does work for you guys. But I am Um, Gaia, I don't know if that's how I say your name. Gaia, I need you to simmer down, okay, baby? I know you're trying to cape. You're trying hard to cape for FFG, but I want to remind you, this is the same FFG who sits there and spews out conspiracies, tries to insert herself in Chantal's life by any means, and spends hours of her day for attention. So don't try to drag me and not realize that you're actually dragging FFG. Okay? Oh my goodness. But guys, I'll be gone. Let me get this outro going. And then, yeah, when do I have to be? Like 15 minutes. Oh, she's one of FFG's chinians. Aw, that's Guy. Which chin do you hold? Which chin do you hold? Is it the second or the fourth one? She technically has eight, but which one? You can come or just comment when the stream's done. Just comment when the stream's done, Gaia. Anyways, guys, thank you for hearing me out. And remember, I will continue to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about because ain't nobody gonna make me do shit. And let's not forget, moral of this live stream is FFG's a hypocrite and she will send someone's family's information to a man that she knows is dangerous and anti-Semitic. And my receipts don't lie. Later, guys. Oh, and don't forget she's still ugly. Someone go be her friend. I feel like I just need to get in his fucking house and get to him. And then it'll be perfect. Like I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Like, I feel like I need to get into his house. Thanks, yep. I just put it up.
I used to bone her on the regular. But not anymore.
Oh, after I shit at his house, I bend over in my lingerie and say, "Wipe me, daddy."
You think I would? You think I have no standards at all? Well, they're low, but I'm a gross person. Let me be gross. Just don't come near me. Don't fuck me. You can't strangle me. You can't strangle me. Wink, wink, bitches.